Everyone thinks people who cancel plans last minute are flaky, unreliable, or don't care. But neuroscience has discovered something that completely changes this narrative. Why do you genuinely mean yes when you make plans, then feel overwhelming dread hours before you're supposed to leave? What's happening in your brain during those final hours that transforms excitement into panic? The answer will make you question everything you thought you knew about commitment. Imagine this. 2 weeks ago, you made dinner plans with a friend. You were genuinely excited. Now it's 5 p.m., the reservation is at 7, and you're standing in your closet feeling your chest tighten. Your mind is generating excuses. You're calculating how disappointed they'll be. You're drafting the "I'm so sorry but" text. This has happened before. This will happen again. But why? But here's what nobody tells you about cancellation patterns. There's a hidden variable most people completely miss. And if you don't understand this variable, you'll keep repeating the same cycle forever. Your brain isn't broken when you cancel plans. It's actually performing a sophisticated calculation about resource management that your conscious mind doesn't have access to. What if the real problem isn't that you cancel? It's that you say yes when a deeper part of you already knows the answer should be no. Psychologists have identified the exact moment your commitment falls apart, and it happens long before you send that cancellation text. Picture your brain 2 weeks ago when you made those plans. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational future-thinking part, was in charge. It imagined how good it would feel to connect. It calculated free time. It projected a version of you with more energy than you have right now. That future you seemed totally capable. But your limbic system, the part that deals with present moment survival, wasn't consulted. And when the day arrives, the limbic system takes over. It looks at your current energy levels, your current capacity, your current nervous system state, and says, "We can't do this." The war between these two brain systems is why you keep canceling. If you've ever felt like you're two different people, the one who excitedly makes plans and the one who desperately wants to cancel them, you're not losing your mind. You're experiencing what psychologists call temporal self-discontinuity. Have you noticed that every single time you cancel, there's a moment where you feel relief followed immediately by crushing guilt? Whether your cancellations are self-care or self-sabotage. Think about the last time you canceled. Remember that moment right after you hit send on the text. There was relief, right? Your nervous system exhaled, the obligation lifted, you could stay home. But then, minutes or hours later, came the guilt, the shame, the "what's wrong with me?", the wondering if you're a bad friend, the promising yourself you'll do better next time. That sequence of relief then guilt is a diagnostic tool, and what it diagnoses depends on what comes after the guilt. If you're still watching, you're probably wondering, am I actually taking care of myself when I cancel, or am I just avoiding life? Stay with me, because I'm about to give you the framework that distinguishes between the two, and it's not what you expect. Before I show you how to tell the difference, I need you to think about something. Pull up your calendar right now, mentally or literally. Look at what you've committed to this week. The chronic last-minute canceller isn't flaky. They're overcommitted because they never learned that maybe and "let me check" are complete sentences. What would happen if you started saying, "I need to think about it," instead of immediately saying yes to avoid disappointing people? There's a psychological reason why no feels impossible in the moment, but easy after you've already said yes, and understanding this reason is the key to breaking the pattern. Someone invites you to something. In that moment, you feel social pressure. Their expectation hangs in the air. Saying no feels like rejection, like you're the bad guy, like you're letting them down. So you say yes. Your mouth says, "Sounds great," but your stomach says, "Oh no." But here's what's happening. You're managing their emotions in real time and ignoring your future self completely. You've learned that immediate discomfort, saying no now, feels worse than delayed discomfort, canceling later. But delayed discomfort comes with compound interest, guilt, shame, damaged trust, and the pattern repeating. The person you're really letting down isn't them, it's you. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you're teaching your future self that present you doesn't care about their well-being. Psychologists call this anticipatory anxiety meeting social obligation conflict. When you make plans, you're operating from your abstract future self, the version that exists in theory. But as the event approaches, your concrete present self emerges, the one that exists in exhausted reality. Researchers studying decision-making find that we systematically overestimate our future capacity. We imagine our future self as rested, social, energetic. We forget that future self will have lived through all the days between now and then. Will have accumulated stress, used energy, dealt with unexpected drains. You're not lying when you say yes, you genuinely mean it, but you're agreeing on behalf of a person that doesn't exist yet, a hypothetical future you with unlimited capacity. When real you shows up, they can't fulfill hypothetical future you's promises. This often starts in childhood with people-pleasing patterns, where saying no meant losing love, where boundaries felt dangerous, where disappointing others was catastrophic. So you learned, say yes now, deal with consequences later. Or maybe you're highly sensitive, your social battery depletes faster than neurotypical people, but you keep forgetting this when plans are abstract. Self-care cancellation. You cancel, feel relief, spend the time recharging, and feel grateful you honored your needs. You'd make the same choice again. Self-sabotage cancellation. You cancel, feel temporary relief, then spend the evening scrolling your phone feeling guilty and isolated. You've avoided discomfort but haven't gained restoration. You feel worse than if you'd gone. Say yes to avoid immediate discomfort. Experience dread as plans approach. Cancel to relieve dread. Feel guilty. Isolate further. Promise to do better. Repeat. The pattern isn't about the plans, it's about never learning to say no up front. Start practicing, let me check my energy and get back to you. Give yourself 24 hours before committing. Ask yourself, will present me on that day actually want to do this, or am I answering for hypothetical future you? Suggest shorter hangouts. I'd love to see you for coffee instead of dinner. Build in recovery time around social events. Be honest, I have an hour, not 3. Are you canceling because your nervous system genuinely needs rest, or are you avoiding discomfort that would actually expand your capacity if you pushed through it? If canceling leaves you feeling free and restored, honor it. If it leaves you feeling trapped and isolated, challenge it. If this resonated, if you finally feel understood instead of judged, drop a comment. Are your cancellations self-care or self-sabotage? Be honest, this is a judgment-free zone. Subscribe because we're exploring the psychology that makes you feel broken when you're actually just human operating with outdated programming. Here's your homework. Next time someone invites you to something, don't answer immediately. Say, let me check my calendar and energy levels. Wait 24 hours, then decide as present you, not hypothetical future you. And remember this, the most reliable people aren't the ones who never cancel. They're the ones who only say yes when they mean it. Your word becomes more valuable when you stop giving it away to avoid momentary discomfort. Now go check your calendar. Is there something you need to address before it becomes another last-minute cancellation? Your future self is begging you to be honest now instead of guilty later. The people who truly matter, right? They'd rather you say no up front than yes followed by disappointing cancellation. Give them and yourself that respect.